welcome to SCV in the Spotlight with your host, Casey Love. We're here in the beautiful Santa Clarita Valley where I do all of my shoots and films and productions. And today I am so blessed to have a guest from all the way in Los Angeles, actually, which is only 45 minutes away, depending on traffic. But it's still a pleasure to have this young man here today. We all know him from the show Ballers. So I want to introduce you guys to DC, or Donavan Carter II. Hi, Donavan. Thank you so much for coming today.
Thank you so much for having me.
And I wanted to let people know the show that people would know you from and mostly recognize you from is Ballers.
Yes, ma'am.
And that was as Vernon Littlefield with, of course, The Rock.
Yes.
So how exciting was that?
It was amazing. Previously, I was in college playing football at UCLA, and that ended for me, and I got to start doing commercials at first, and I got an opportunity to audition for the show, and it was amazing. I was on it for 5 years.
5 years. That's a great run.
Yeah, it was.
Especially for someone who I don't know if you were was that your goal at one time to be an actor, or were you wanted to be, you were striving for that football career?
Yeah, I wanted to be Vernon Littlefield in real
in
life.
Real life.
Yeah, I wanted to be him. I wanted to get drafted. Go first round.
You were very good. I remember.
Yeah, I was good. Yeah, but everything comes to an end.
Yeah.
I was blessed to play Division I ball and get a scholarship.
Yes.
And I graduated, got my degree.
That's right.
UCLA. All for free.
Oh my goodness.
Which was amazing.
Yes.
But yeah, I never acted before. My friends in college would always tell me, like, you should be on TV, like you funny, and I'm like, I don't know, man. I thought they was just talking, but I had an opportunity, and I just went for it. You got to take risks.
You're
That's
right.
what they say.
You're right. Smart risks.
Yes.
And that was definitely, they basically came and cherry picked you right up out of there, huh?
Yeah, they sent an email to my coaches about auditioning for the show, and man, God is good.
Yes,
He gave me the opportunity, and He did the rest for me. I just had to show up.
Had to show up.
And then God did it all.
Well, I'm so glad that opportunity happened for you.
Me
It's
too.
usually not that easy.
It's not. I'm learning that now.
Yes.
As Ballers ended last year in 2019.
Yes.
But yeah, it's a tough business. I was very fortunate, and I worked with an amazing cast and crew, and it's something I remember for the rest of my life.
How was it with The Rock? How was that when you worked with him?
It was surreal. It was amazing because I grew up watching him wrestle.
Yes.
So to see him, I was definitely starstruck. But he's one of the nicest guys I ever met. Real nice, real professional, real humble. And it was just a pleasure to work with him and learn from him. And it's nice to say we friends.
Yeah. He seems like a really nice guy.
Yes, the best.
You also recently did Midnight in the Switchgrass, and that one you played character Lieutenant Gilbright. Tell us about that one.
Yeah, it was amazing. This is my first movie that I've done. I did TV. That Ballers was a TV series, and it's my first thing I did. I did a TV show during Ballers. This is my first thing I did. Since Ballers is over. But it's an indie. Randall Emmons directing it, and Bruce Willis is starring in it. Emil Hirsch.
Oh, I love Bruce Willis.
Megan Fox, Machine Gun Kelly's in it, and it's a story about women that are these women that get murdered in sex trafficking.
Oh my God.
And you got Bruce Willis and Megan Fox and Emil Hirsch. They're cops, and they're doing an investigation looking for this killer, but they think it's multiple people doing these crimes, but it's actually one person. So the whole movie they just they searching for him. And trying to stop this guy from killing these innocent girls. Wow,
that sounds really interesting and very right now it's kind of like what's going on.
Yeah.
A lot of that has gone on recently. So are they really looking at it like from? Is this like a drama or is it a thriller? What kind of?
Yeah, I would say like drama thriller for sure. Yeah, it's kind of dark. But it's good. I read the script is really good. Of course, the actors they have is really good. So I was just, fortunate that I got an opportunity to be in it.
What's your character like?
I'm a lieutenant. I'm a cop, which is cool because it's so much different from ballers. Cause
Yeah.
I'm a football player, and if you look at me, I still got football
You
for
still look like a football player. Yeah.
But it was cool to do something different. And I actually play one of the characters. I'm like hiring him in rank. So I'm kind of telling him in the scene like we need to let this case go. You're not getting anywhere. Like it's time to basically you need to quit. You need to give up and move to something else.
Wow.
But of course the cop, he doesn't want to do that. He's determined because he's been working on this for 2 years, and then
He's obsessed.
Yeah, he's obsessed exactly. And also, he want to. I feel like these cops they take an oath and they have their badge, so they want to do their job, and he wants to protect and serve.
Right. Well, that's good, and we need to see people, I guess, representing that in a good light right now, especially. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
When is that going to come out?
I believe 2021.
Okay.
They editing it right now, and then with everything going on in the business, it'll probably go to streaming.
Yeah.
Just because that seems like that's gonna be the new norm.
Yes, it does look like that, doesn't it?
Yeah, I don't know when theaters are gonna open again.
We're all hoping.
Yeah, sooner than later.
So I know that you also have your own thing going on, which is a podcast.
Yes.
Tell us about your podcast.
Yeah, it's called I'm Supposed to Be Here.
Okay.
And it's on Apple Music, Spotify. Shout out to Believe for giving me the opportunity. But I just want to do something. I've had all this time off because right now no film is going on.
Right.
So, as an actor, being an artist, you want to create, you want to do different things. And, some of my friends been telling me do a podcast as well. So I was like, I finally just said, F it, I'm going to just go do it and just go for it.
Right.
And it's been going cool. It's been interesting. I've been learning, kind of behind the scenes because I'm editing it myself and doing stuff.
How that works.
And you understand. With this, you gotta think of, what questions to ask, what to do.
So it's an interview type show.
I first started with myself. I have 4 episodes out right now, and I started in August, and I have guests on there, just friends, just kind of one episode with my boy, Milton. We went to high school together at Birmingham and went to UCLA together too. We were teammates.
Oh, wow.
So kind of just have him coming on. He doing stuff in his life. And, kind of just give people the opportunity to just come and talk and see what they got going on, especially like if you're a friend, I respect you.
That's awesome.
I want you to come and then, some of my friends come to the house anyway, so I'm like,
they're hanging out, so let's do something.
We always talking mess, so it's like we might as well press record and see what happens.
Makes sense to me, kind of like us, huh?
Yeah, exactly. And you just never know who's gonna listen or who's gonna get inspired. It's really just motivational. I'm kind of just talking about lifestyle, sports,
what's
music.
Happening next?
What's happening, being in the business. I'm single, so talking about the ladies.
You hear that? You hear that, ladies? He is single.
Yeah.
So what does that mean exactly? Are you single and interested, or are you single and you cool right now?
Shooters always shoot, so I'm always interested. If I see something, I'm always say hello. But I definitely I just turned 31 this year, so definitely still got some time to.
You're already 31?
Yes. I just turned 31.
When you were such a little boy. Little boy. Oh my goodness. So a grown man, y'all, a grown ass man right here.
Yeah.
31, single, no kids.
None.
And that is
educated.
What you guys gonna do with that?
Chocolate.
all that.
All that.
All right. Well, that's good to know. I'm sure the ladies are tuning in on that one. There's another show that you did called Family Time.
Yes.
And you were like a tough guy in that one with the character Butch. What was that?
Yeah, man. Shout out to Bentley Evans, him, and my dad, and y'all grew up together as well. And we kind of got connected, being in the business, and we actually, one of my mutual friends actually is real cool with him. Like, he called him Uncle Bentley. So he kind of one that kind of connected us back together.
Oh yeah, this was a Bentley Evans film.
Yeah, it's a TV show. Yeah, he got I don't know what season you're on now. He might be on like season 8 or 9. He got a studio in Northridge, so he shoots everything in the house. So I got to go up there, got to meet him. He knew my dad, so we got to
Bentley's our old school buddy.
Yeah, he's a legend. He's
yes,
a legend.
He is a legend now. That is so fun.
Yeah.
I'm so happy. By the way, Bentley, your girl Casey is still trying to get in touch with you about something. You know what it is. All right. And I want to go into this. So let's talk about your sports and stuff that you were doing. You're working on. You do the streaming thing.
Yes. Well, Ballers. My last season. If anybody hasn't watched it, forgive me for giving it away. But my character's into esports and gaming, and I actually I'm thinking about quitting football to do professional esports because my character at this point, I done made enough money. I didn't play ball. It's like, what else can I do? Like, my character, he has enough money. He's good. He's content. So we kind of want to just do something else. Because at a certain point, you don't want football to just define you.
Right.
Athletes, they smart. They can do, anything like anybody else. So I get into esports, and because of that, it kind of trickled into, my life as Donavan. Because I've always been a gamer. My dad got me a PlayStation when I was a kid. And I've always liked games, and I've always, played, especially in college, you play with your teammates, and we talk and mess all the time. So now I'm into to streaming, especially during COVID. There was a lot of different opportunities, a lot of charity events, and I was getting in touch with people. I was actually going to be in this group, but it didn't end up working out. But because of that, it got me interested in the business, so I'm getting a computer made. Yeah.
Specifically for esports.
Yeah, because now, a lot of people.
Y'all see how enthusiastic he is about that? You say gaming and their lights just,
I know, I was talking to, I haven't got it yet, and I feel like Christmas, because I'm like, where's my computer? 'Cause I want to get it going, because you can stream on your PlayStation, but I want people to see my, I want to see my face, with the background and everything.
So are they interacting with you, or is it like it's a play caricature interacting with
I mean, they don't interact with you while you're streaming, but there's a chat, and people will chat with you, and then you can look on that, and you can interact with them chatting.
Okay. And this is with you do it on Twitch.
It's Twitch, and then there's something called Discord.
Oh yeah.
And then you got Xbox has their own streaming. It's not I can't think of the name right now, but they have their own streaming outlet.
Yeah.
And then YouTube, people have put on their YouTube channels. So I just want to do different stuff. Hopefully, God willing, through my career, I have fans that know me for streaming and my podcast, and maybe not even, don't even know me for acting. They like, I like you because of this. I like you. I want to just add. I'm learning too, even with working with The Rock. You have to think about your brand.
Right. Multiple streams of income.
Yeah, multiple streams and doing different things. So I'm just thinking about, me, Donavan Carter, as a brand, and I want to, I want to do different things because.
What's it called? Is it you go? I know on some things you go by Donavan Carter. You go by you go by DC.
I mean, it just depends. Like I grew up, my friends call me DC growing up.
Right.
So I kind of know if you call me DC, I'm like, okay, I know you from high school, college.
You know what I call it.
But yeah, and then my family, they call me Little Donavan because I'm named after my father. But I mean, but when I say DC, everybody's like, "What's the DC stand for?"
Right.
So I just say Donavan Carter.
Yeah.
And then if people hear, when people hear other people call me DC, then they like, "Oh, that's his nickname." So
that's
then,
cool.
So then
they'll
call
name.
me. Yeah, they'll call me
DC.
that. And I was born in DC, so it
Makes
works.
sense.
It works. Yeah.
Put it all together for you.
Yeah.
Awesome. So we're gonna. You said you're also looking into starting a nonprofit.
Yeah.
Tell me, what kind of nonprofit are you trying to?
I got motivated when I was in Toronto last year for this charity event, and this guy had this nonprofit. He would give opportunity for foster kids jobs, because a lot of times you want to adopt or bring little kids in, or babies, but you got these older kids that in the system don't get any love, and they definitely have some disadvantages.
Yeah.
So he actually started his nonprofit and would hook them up with jobs, get them to go to school, get them
awesome.
different opportunities. And me being an ex-student athlete, I kind of wanted to, not copy him, but
do something like
that's
that. Never, first of all, we already know, when people copy you, that's a compliment. But when it comes to something like that, there's never enough of that.
Yeah.
So you could do that and make it your own,
Yeah, that's what I want to do, and I want to cater. Like I said, I was a student athlete. So I want to cater to them, and I want to get them opportunities to get jobs when they graduate. Cause it's tough, you know. You spend all this time doing this sport, whatever you got, whatever God gave you the ability to do,
Right.
and you put so much focus in that, and then when you get out, you know, you got a disadvantage because you know we don't get to intern,
Right.
we don't have a resume, we don't have any work experience,
Right.
and if you're not smart enough, you know, with me, I didn't network, so you really out in the world like with nothing.
Yeah.
And you.
Well, thank God that you guys you got that full ride at UCLA. You got some education because that's that's important. Once you get out, you're right. What are you guys supposed to do?
Yeah.
You know, and then hey, sometimes people get the good breaks. Sometimes people
don't. You get lucky, yeah.
You get lucky. So
and I was fortunate myself.
Definitely blessed.
But I mean, you know, it's definitely tough, and you got a lot of players going through depression because you spend so much time on this sport. You know, I started playing football when I was 10 years old, and I stopped when I was 23. So you know, that's more than half my life I committed to this sport.
I'm just happy that you didn't have you going down that road, that pressure road, because that's a place that no kid needs to be. It's bad because when you have those kind of pressures, it's hard to live up to that. And not only live up to it, what about when you don't make it? You know, everybody feels like they failed. It's terrible. So I'm glad that Donavan didn't put you on that road.
Yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad too. You know, I definitely have my feelings when I got done. You know, like you said, the failure thing. Because when you don't make it, you got so many people depending on you and rooting for you.
We're rooting for you, but we're not dependent on you.
Right.
But in some cases, they are. You're right about that.
But I just watched this podcast with Brandon Marshall, and he said something. He played football, and he said, you know, when you get drafted, you know, you see the player crying, but then everybody else crying too.
Yeah.
And he's like, what y'all crying for? You know, y'all wasn't out there.
It depends on if they, you know.
Yeah, your circle, you know, your circle big.
Yeah, and they were really, like you said, some of them are dependent on it.
Right.
And that's their ticket, and that ticket didn't make it, then I guess they feel like, well, what they're supposed to do is get their own damn ticket. That's what they're supposed to do.
Exactly. But you know, some people, you know, they gotta learn the hard way. But I was fortunate, and you know, like you said, my dad, you know,
awesome.
he didn't pressure me. He wanted me, you know, he wanted me to go to college and get my education. But he always went, you know, he always made sure it was fun. Like, you know, it's supposed to be fun at the end of the day.
That's right, and just be happy.
Exactly.
And you are happy.
Yeah.
I see that. I'm happy because you're happy. You know.
Thank you. Yeah.
But I wanted to ask you. I want to change it. Get on a different note. Right now, you guys are 31, right?
Yes.
Is this the first time you're voting?
This is, yes.
This is the first time you're voting?
Yeah, that's crazy. I was just thinking about voting as well.
Have you voted yet?
I did the mail-in ballot, and I ain't gonna lie, I was one of those wasn't too educated about voting.
Right.
You know, I didn't think my vote mattered, but
it matters.
It matters. You know,
especially now, it matters.
Yeah, and then just even during my history, it just it's a privilege for me to vote.
Yes.
Because being a black man, we didn't have that right, and some people still don't have the right to vote. So you got to take advantage of that, and you can't be complaining about anything if you don't vote.
There you go, and that's it. I mean, like you just said, you hear this? I love the youth today. Some of them are just bright, and they understand what's going on. At 31, I know I voted, but I don't remember why and what I was, thinking about. These kids today, they're on it, and I'm just so happy about that. So when you say that, if you don't do it, you have no right to complain.
Absolutely.
Okay, so you believe that, right?
I believe that. I'm a firm believer.
Now, these kids today, I heard that a lot of them are saying that they're not going to vote, just choosing not to vote. Have you been hearing that? Yeah,
well, actually, one of my friends, he was one of those saying he wasn't going to vote.
What's up with that?
I don't know, man. I don't want to put it on, being a black person. I just think it's just some people just don't know no better. But he came around, and I will say now in the time of age with social media, and you just see voting everywhere, and with everything going on, like he definitely had to change his mind.
Oh,
but we had some discussions, and I was telling him like, bro, you gotta vote. Like, I mean, I know what you're saying, I get it, but it's 2020. Like it's a different time.
It's a different time.
And just even like I said, just even the fact you got the privilege of vote. Like some people, you know, they wish they could vote.
Yeah.
And for us, you know, it don't cost you no money.
Mm-hmm.
It come in the mail. You can do a mail-in ballot. You don't got to go to the poll.
Right.
Like it's no excuse.
No excuse. No. So what do you think about? They're talking about letting people who are not felons but misdemeanors. You know, people who have been in prison and they get out. They're talking about letting them vote now.
Yeah, I seen that in 17-year-old. I think they're trying to change the age.
Yeah.
Which I think you know it's fair. I mean, you gotta, you know, that's part of voting too.
Yeah.
If you don't want that to happen, then you should vote for that. And even my boy, we was talking. I'm like, you know, even Prop 20, you know, something like
22.
Yeah,
Everybody's tripping on Prop 22.
Yeah, like and that's the thing
Let
too.
the people work.
Yeah, that's the thing too. Like, of course, it's gonna be the president. You know, that's the big one. But it's the other stuff.
The other stuff.
It's the other thing. It's the props. It's, you know, people running.
It's local.
Your local people.
That's right.
You know, that's what's really that's what's really gonna help with the change.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think they should, if they want to. I think they should have the option.
I think so too.
You know.
Very bright young man. You see, this young man is very bright. And I'm so happy to have him here today as my honored guest. And he is, he is like my nephew, but he's also a celebrity. And he's also doing his own podcast. He's doing so much now that it's hard to keep up. So I had to drag him out here just to get a chance to talk with him. So I'm not going to let him go until. No, but I'm so happy that you're here today. I appreciate you coming out to see me. And we're going to let you get your shout outs to your friends and family. And also, don't forget to mention your business and what you're doing online now. Go on and get that opportunity going right now.
Okay, cool. Thank you so much for having me on.
You're welcome, sweetheart.
It was a pleasure. Anytime. I'll come back part 2.
All right, we'll do that.
But thank you so much for listening. You can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Donavan W. Carter. If you haven't seen Ballers, it's on HBO. It's still streaming. Midnight in Switchgrass is coming out. Got my podcast. I'm supposed to be here. And my Twitch channel's coming up real soon. But thank y'all so much for listening. Make sure y'all vote, please.
There you go.
And God bless y'all.
Wonderful. All right, you guys, so that's Donavan Carter Jr., I'm sorry, the second, and also known as DC. So we want to thank him again, and we want to thank you for watching, all the viewers and friends. Thanks again. As DC just said, don't forget to vote. It's very important, and we appreciate you guys. Take care till next time. Peace out.